Hey guys, this is your homework for tonight. It's 5.3b. We only have one set of guided notes and we're going to get started. So we got two vocab words that we kind of mentioned last class, but I wanted to bring them up here. Those two words are included angle and congruent figures. So I've already got them written here. If you need to pause it, you definitely can. Make sure you get them filled in. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the included angle. And it's going to help us with this SAS triangle congruency stuff we're dealing with today. So the included angle is the angle between two sides. So y'all know I usually like a picture more than words. So if you're thinking about sides AB in red and side AC in a triangle, the included angle is the angle between the two of them. All right, so there's other angles here, but those are not included angles. So that's the definition. Make sure you pause it, draw the picture as well. That'd be pretty helpful. The second definition is congruent figures. We have already defined the word congruent this year. We use it a lot. Oh, I just realized it's spelled wrong. Those are switched. Sorry. And they are figures that are identical in shape and size. Figures that are identical in shape and size. Now, they can be turned funny ways, but the shape and the size have to be the same. Another way to think of this is all sides and angles are congruent. It's another way to think of it. So we're not going to do all of these, but I threw some exercises on here to make sure we can kind of figure this out. I'll do two with you, and then I'm going to get you to do the last four by yourself. So it says in exercises 3 through 8, yes, I know I copied this from the book, so it's kind of random numbers. It says name the included angle between the pair of sides given. So the first one, and I always highlight, says what's the included angle between JK and KL? Well, that would be this angle. So we need to name it angle JKL. This also is practice for remembering how to name angles. All right, number 4 says the included angle between PK and LK. Well, that would be this angle here. So that'd be angle PKL. All right, you are to pause the video now and do these 4 problems. Okay, hopefully you paused and you tried them. I'm going to give you the answers real quick. The included angle between LP and LK is going to be angle KLP. The included angle between JL and JK is going to be angle LJK. Between KL and JL is going to be JLK. And last, between KP and PL is going to be angle KPL. So make sure you check those. All right, so moving on. We're also going to kind of decide, we talked about in class this SAS triangle congruence theorem. We've already discussed this. Well, this video is to kind of further that knowledge. All right, so the first thing we need to be able to do is know what SAS means. And so kind of the short of this is two triangles that have the same side, angle, and side as each other. And that has to be at an included angle, which is why it's written this way. So congruent side, one angle, and one side. All right, that means that those two triangles are congruent. So this set of exercises just ask us to decide whether or not enough info is given to prove that the triangles are congruent. All right, using only this theorem. It's the only one we've learned. We're going to learn more later. All right, but only using that theorem, we want to know, is there enough information? And looking at number 9, it says, is triangle ABD congruent to triangle CDB? And if you can pause the video and color code this, it might help you a little bit. But what I've done here is I've kind of highlighted what they have in common. So they have this side, AD is congruent to BC, but also BD is congruent to itself using that reflexive property. All right, so they do have two sides and an angle in common. However, if you look at this closely, they've got a side, and an angle. If I redraw it right here, see, that'd be ADB. They have a side, and an angle. All right, that SSA is not the same thing as SAS. All right, and notice that if you write this backwards, you get a bad word, which also tells you it's not going to work. We'll learn that later. So this one is not enough info. I can't spell enough, but there you go. Not enough info. All right, look at number 10. Again, I've color-coded this. Pause the video and do it. It might help. These two are oriented the same way, which makes it pretty easy. They've got LM congruent to NQ with 2 tick marks in yellow. MN is the same as QP with 2 tick marks, and they have the angle included. So this has SAS. Yes, there is enough info. All right, look at number 11. For this one, it really helps to redraw figures because these are not oriented the same way. So we have this line WY. So we can assume that this is 90 degrees because it's on a line. So we have this angle. So what I did is I redrew a triangle, all right? And I oriented it the correct way. So I took this triangle and I reoriented it here and I labeled everything. If you look at these two triangles now, you can tell that the side they have in common is not in the same location. So this is still not enough info. Make sure you pause these and look at them yourself. And last but not least, looking at these two, they definitely are oriented differently, but you could pretty easily kind of flip this one around to make it match this triangle over here. But the problem is, yes, they have two sides at an angle, but it's not an included angle. So no, not an included angle. Okay, so last